What's going on, people, and welcome back to another Premier League predictions for Game Week 16. Hope everyone is good. Lots of football. First up then, we've got Crystal Palace versus Liverpool with the half-12 kickoff to start off the proceedings. I'm going with a 1-1 in this. I know Liverpool will be the favourites. No Eze for Palace, obviously, but they've got Elise. And I think at Selhurst Park, they can make it really difficult for anyone on their day. And as good as Liverpool have been, I could see Palace causing them some issues. So I wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool win. But I've got a feeling that if Palace play well enough, that they can get at least a point. So I'm going to actually go with a draw in this one. I'm going to go 1-1. Going into the 3 o'clocks, then we've got Brighton versus Burnley. I can't see anything other than 3 points for Brighton, if I'm honest. I just really don't rate Burnley. I just think they're a poor team, to be honest. So I've gone with a 3-0 to Brighton. Manchester United versus Bournemouth. Now, I have predicted United to win this, and I'm going to be doing a preview for this later today as well. But I'm by no means underestimating Bournemouth because they're on a really good run at the moment. Very good form. Their last 4 games, they've won 3 of them. So they're in very good form, as I said. Confidence is high. I really like that Semenyo. Solanke is very underrated, I think. And they're just having a really good season at the moment. So I'm confident we can get the win, but with the way Bournemouth have been playing, I would not be surprised if they come to us and could get a draw. So, or just cause us more problems and we struggle and maybe grab a late equaliser or something. Hopefully we can win. I have gone with us to win, and I've gone 2-1. Sheffield United versus Brentford. Obviously, Mbeumo's probably going to be out. If he is out, it probably favours Sheffield a little bit, but Brentford are still a decent side. But it will be harder without Mbeumo, and they're at Sheffield. But saying that, I think even if they do miss him, I still feel like they're good enough to get a result. I think Sheffield are pretty poor, to be honest. But saying that, they have just had Chris Wilder go in there. So maybe that'll give them a boost, that kind of manager bounce. So I know he's been there before, but it's still a new guy coming in, technically. So I could see Sheffield getting something potentially because they're at home and it's his first game back. But I'm going to go with Brentford. I like Thomas Frank and what he does, and I feel like they could still get a result even without Mbeumo. So I'm going to go 1-0 to Brentford. Wolves versus Nottingham Forest. Forest are struggling a lot at the moment. Obviously, it doesn't help that Awoniyi's out. They're just not firing, really. They're conceding quite a bit. They're not scoring enough right now, and they're struggling. And I think Wolves won their last one, 1-0. They'll be coming into this one with more confidence. They're at home, and I fancy Wolves for it, to be honest. So I'm going to go 1-0 Wolves. 5:30 kickoff on Saturday. We've got Aston Villa versus Arsenal. Villa just beating Man City as well, so causing that upset. And I could see them getting an upset against Arsenal. I've picked a draw. I've gone 2-2. I think there'll be quite a few goals, but I feel like Arsenal will get something as well. I'm going to go 2-2. Moving into Sunday's games, we've got Everton versus Chelsea. Everton off a 3-0 win last night against Newcastle. Very impressive as of late in the last 2 games, Everton. 2 wins on the bounce. Chelsea, inconsistent at the moment. Lost their last one against United, but I think it'd be a tight game, this one. But I have gone with Everton, the home side, and I'm going to go 1-0. Fulham versus West Ham in a London derby. I think it'd be a tight one. Not a lot in it between the two. I think they cancel each other out. I've actually gone with another draw, and I've gone 2-2. Luton Town versus Man City. Luton obviously giving Arsenal a very close run for their money the other night. Just come up short, but played very well at home. Up against City, though, I think it's another step up. So I think they could make it difficult, but I have gone for City. I've gone 3-0. And then lastly, on this game week, guys, we've got Tottenham versus Newcastle. Newcastle last night, obviously losing 3-0 to Everton. Did not look great. And Tottenham obviously losing as well in the dying moments to West Ham. Both of these teams coming in off a loss. It makes this game more interesting, in my opinion. Both will be desperate to get 3 points again. It's difficult to pick. I've gone with Tottenham because they're the home team, but I think it'll be a close one. I've gone Tottenham 2-1. So that is it for this week's Premier League predictions, guys. Game week 16. Let me know who your team have got this week in the comments and how you fancy their chances. And let me know your predictions on the whole for this game week. Appreciate everyone's support. Catch you soon.